Hi, everybody. So I just want to have a little morning rant today, Wednesday morning on the 24th of August. I've been bombarded lately with a lot of adverts from essential oils companies, one in particular, um, and they're claiming to be as good as, but cheaper than Young Living. So, I mean, companies will go to any lengths to make a profit. So that's perfectly understandable. Moral compass out the window, integrity, none whatsoever. It's just the way things are at the moment. I get letters from the post office saying, pay your $50 or else you won't be able to pick up your parcel and things like that. Like people will do anything to make a buck these days. And unfortunately, the essential oils industry is not regulated. It has absolutely no regulating body that says that if you want to put the word essential oil on the label of a bottle, it has to actually contain essential oils. And so this is a little bit disturbing, and I wish there was some kind of a regulatory body that said that. And for example, if you go to the grocery store to buy a liter of milk, you just walk up to the fridge and grab your brand that you prefer, and you walk out the door. You don't question, is this really milk? Does it have milk in it? And the essential oils industry is completely different. So you don't know if there are actually essential oils in there because there is no recognition of the term essential oil. And so even, like air fresheners and things like that, they claim to contain essential oils, and somehow that's supposed to be really good for you. But the reality is that there is no governing body. And people will, because the essential oils industry is so incredibly huge and growing daily, people will just buy whatever is on the shelf and assume that it's okay. And I prefer the cheaper stuff because it's cheaper. And even though it's completely synthetic, toxic muck that they're putting on their skin and poisoning themselves with, they're happy to do that. And unfortunately, there's nothing to control that. So first of all, if I was a regulatory body for the essential oils industry, I would say that 100% of the contents of the bottle has to actually be an essential oil. So by definition, then you have to say what an essential oil is. And so here I just have this little list of things here. Essential oils are the most powerful part of the plant. They are distilled from shrubs, trees, roots, bushes, fruit, rinds, flowers, resins, and herbs. So they provide support for every system of the body, yada yada. We know so much. We have so much information, and of course, now that a lot of people are switching from pharmaceuticals to essential oils because they know how effective they can be without side effects, people are sort of gravitating more towards essential oils. However, there's no way of knowing whether they are in fact essential oils, and that's really despicable, I think. So I know that Young Living, there's no comparison to Young Living. They're the most ethical, and they produce their oils with the most integrity of any essential oils company that is on the planet. They are, first of all, they're the only essential oils company in the world that actually grows their own plants on farms. So, you can ask any other producer of, whether you can go visit their farms, and they'll say, oh, well, we produce nature identical or whatever. Nature identical means that it's not nature, it's synthetic. So anyway, I think that's really important to know. And I think that if this governing body said exactly what has to be in the bottles, you could probably get rid of, 80 to 90% of essential oils companies that are currently in existence, because they just completely lack integrity. And that's why I love Young Living, and that's why I've been with them for so many years. So that's all I wanted to say. So if you get those horrific adverts, just either investigate further, because I'm one of those personalities that I need to investigate everything. I have to look and read and study until I finally make up my mind. And so if you want to go down that track, don't just take their word for it. Actually do a bit of investigation. Find out if you can visit their farms. Find out if they actually are 100% pure organic, and what does that even mean to them? What does organic mean? What does 100% pure therapeutic mean? There's it's all in the jargon. You don't know what it means in the first place, and you don't know if you can trust them with using those words. So do your homework. That's all I have to say this morning. Thanks for listening.